Are you tired of not having the time to work on your business versus working in your business, taking hours of sales calls, closing clients, not really having a system behind it, not understanding the A to Z steps that it would take in order for you to find success and actually build a sales machine? Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Zaid with the Muslim Sales Guys. And over the past couple years, we have generated Muslim businesses 1.5 in sales. And now I'm here to teach you the exact process from A to Z that you need to follow in order to create your sales machine so that you can step away from your business and put somebody else in there to run the hamster wheel. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so here is the page, right? There's a lot of information here. Alhamdulillah, what I want to do is briefly go over everything in this first video, which is going to be one of many videos, maybe one of five or one of six. And in this video, I'm going to just go over everything from A to Z that we have here. In the next videos, I'll go into each part in a more specific way. Bi-idhnillah. All right. So we have the sales machine. And the way this document came about was this is what we follow. This is our blueprint when we go into a business. And this is what we know we need to have and what we need to check off in order for us to allow this business to grow, right? Okay. So it starts off with understanding the ICP, right? Their ideal customer profile. Listen, if you're a business owner, right, or you are a freelancer, a high ticket freelancer trying to grow a business, you need to understand who they're trying to help. What specific problem are they solving? Who are they solving that problem for? Who's an unqualified lead? This can go into much more detail, but like I said, it's a brief overview. Then comes the second step, which is organize the offer and write the script. The organization of the offer is a very important aspect when it comes to the sales process or setting up the sales machine, because the organization of the offer is how everyone else is going to perceive the offer. So how all your clients are going to perceive the value that you have. So you need to understand what they actually want, what matters most to them, and be able to present it to them in a way that is pleasing to their ears and to their eyes. So then we have how are they going to solve the problem? When I say they, I mean the businesses that we go into, right? So for you guys, I mean, how are you going to solve the problem? What is your unique mechanism? What makes you stand out from everybody else that's solving the same exact problem, right? Is the offer a done with you, which means that it's more of a mentorship, a consultation, right? Is it done for you where, let's say, our this right here, us going into your business and scaling and putting all this in place, and then scaling your sales process would be a done for you, or is it a course, right? Which is just recorded videos. People go in and get the knowledge and khair, not really any fulfillment on the back end. What are the steps they take to achieve the solution for their clients? What are the steps you take to achieve the solution for your clients? You need to have them clearly written down. You want to break down these steps into 3 or 4 steps. It needs to be as simple as possible. All right, simplify it. How long will it take for the clients to get solution? Right, to get a solution, you need to have that time frame in mind so that when you're on these calls, this is information that's very valuable, because time and finances are the two sacrifices that people have to consider before starting a program, a service-based program, generally speaking. So you need to understand what time they're sacrificing, just the same way you understand what finances they're sacrificing, what kind of money they're spending. You have to know what kind of time they're spending. What is the pricing, payment plans, and deposits? This right here is something you need to have in one place. You know, how much does a course actually cost? What's the lowest amount that we can allow somebody in for? How much can we break this? As a worst case scenario, can you break it up into 4 payments? Can you break it up into 3? And deposits are really important, because this right here would allow somebody to just get closed on the call and then come back later and finish paying, but at least they put a commitment in. So having all of this, understanding exactly what these numbers are, having the links in one place will help you exponentially as you go along this sales machine journey, right? And then what's the guarantee? If you don't have a guarantee, figure one out. And if you do have a guarantee, what is it? Make sure the guarantee isn't something random. You can always connect the guarantee back to your ICP, their pain, and what they would want. The third step to all this is the set up, right? Set up the pre application form and onboard them to the software. Okay, this is where we go in, we set up the pre application. Usually that's Calendly or maybe a type form. This is how we vet whoever's coming through. I made an entire video called the pre application questions framework. Alhamdulillah, and I'll put that link down below. Then you have start go high level sales pipeline and get WhatsApp or main communication method integration into go high level. This is very important. Later on, I'll explain why. You have Zapier or workflow automations. Workflow is pretty much go high level. Go high level's form of Zapier. And what it does is it allows things to be automated. So it's as if you have your own personal assistant doing a lot of the annoying, tedious work for you automatically, right? Sales dashboard and data tracking sheet. If you don't have one of these, you're not making decisions. Your whole entire business is based off of guessing. This is very, very important. Do it. Email for each closer. This is if you are onboarding closers, you're going to need an email for each one. If not, then just make sure you have an email for yourself, which is something you should already have, but you know exactly what it's used for. Zoom or Google. If Google, find a recording software. Zoom has one integrated. Google does as well, I believe, but there's extensions that you can download for Google. Just find one that works. It shouldn't be too hard. Alhamdulillah. Get access to Stripe and bank information or direct deposits. If you have Wise or Revolut, put the ads in one document along with the Stripe links. You need everything, all different forms of payments in one place. Every way that somebody can transfer you money, you need it in one place so you have instant access to it and you're not putting yourself in a bad situation by trying to scramble around and look for different ways that somebody can send you money when, let's say, the Stripe link doesn't work. Slack channels, so you should have Slack, right, or a form of communication. Whatever you're communicating on, you need to have these different channels. You need to have the end of day, right? We have the calls booked, the calls closed, sales channel, and call recordings. Right? This is what we've been using. This is what we've had. And then as you go along, you may want to add a couple, or you may want to remove a couple. I wouldn't suggest removing any of these, but that's up to your business at the end of the day and exactly what you have going on, inshallah. Developing the sales SOP. This is very important. You don't want to think, right? You want to think as little as possible as you go throughout the day, and you want to just follow the same steps. Follow the same steps, right? So you need to develop this A to Z process to make sure the day is as smooth as possible, right? Make videos showing how to use each software that the closers will operate, okay? So the reason why we always are catering towards somebody else coming in and doing the sales for you, if you're a business owner and you're watching this, then it's because closing at a certain point is no longer the highest leverage. So the goal of this is to build the machine and then you put somebody in to run the machine. And you need to make sure they have all the instruction manuals there so they can operate the machine at the highest level, right? Step by step on how the closer's day will go from beginning to end. And I already mentioned why. So what does he do when he first opens up his laptop? What does he do at the beginning of the day? What does he do? He goes through all the leads you have to follow up. And he reaches out to everybody at the beginning of the day, right? I actually have a video on this coming out, inshallah, as to what our SOP is. And maybe you guys can just see what we're doing, add and subtract things, and cater it a little bit more towards what you have exactly. Schedule weekly sales team calls. This is a must, especially when starting out. You need to have those calls. You need to touch base to understand what's going on. At the beginning, you maybe want to do more than that, more than once a week. You just need to really understand the situation and make sure that within that transition of a closer coming in, right? You guys getting new leads. Everyone is up to date on all the different things that are moving around within the sales process, how the leads are reacting, making sure that you know if a closer, maybe he's not performing well, maybe you need to have a call with him. So this right here will keep everybody together and not let the sales process fall apart. The follow-up SOP, right? I think you need to understand how important that is. Seamless onboarding process automated. What I mean by this is after you close a client, after the closer or yourself closes a client, they need to have something, right, that would allow them to feel like they actually got something for what they bought, even if it's something small. But after they buy, let's say they get access to the inside of a community, right? Or let's say they get access to the course material, or let's say they get access to your WhatsApp number and they book a call with you because it's going to be a consultation. But you need to have something that is automated and it's easy. And what this does is this right here will lower the regret. Because a lot of times they have buyer's regret. They just bought something and they start feeling panicky. Oh no, I just spent money on it. I'm not really seeing anything. I took the risk. And they'll ask for a refund. So having this process in place, automated, will allow that to drop a lot. Right? Pre-call resources to warm the leads before the call. Pre-call outreach SOP. Right? Easy. And then onboarding the closer, set up their company email, grant them access to Go High Level, grant them access to the tracking sheet, access to the payment options, access to the products, access to the sales script, right? Access to Zoom if using Google Meets, access to the recording software, access to the onboarding info regarding how to get the clients from once you onboard them till the next steps, right? Once you close them, I mean, to the actual next steps, make that easy as possible, like I just mentioned. Access to call recordings, also very important. Call recordings. Once again, it's data. You can go back, look at the good calls you had, and say, oh, this is why it went good, right? Got the bad calls, compare and contrast, and then if you have something you're not sure works, A/B test it until you find a better result. Easy. Alhamdulillah. This is the general overview, guys. This video was not that long. It's pretty short, but this is the introduction. And then we're going to have some fun, inshallah, going through each one of these on their own and giving you guys a lot more information and insights as to what we found as we went through our journeys. If you guys want more content like this, just click the link down below to join our school where you can find more content and the actual link to this document there as well. You have other Muslim entrepreneurs and business owners that want to learn sales the correct and honest way. Barakallahu feek. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.